Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. Well, I do what I do for you. Oh, we got a nice little lesson for you today. Let's do what we do. Rightism, 25 rules led by storytelling. Story with a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I hope it's working out for you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is to get all right thinkers to do just that. Right thinkers, your goal is to obtain the information and use it and do just that. Know thyself. Let's go. Know thyself, and I ask the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, so then that's what I do for you. I can help you out. Know you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. Person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. Person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. Oh no. Person who knows, excuse me, but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. Person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to my eye be true. Right thinkers. Let's talk about 5 steps of enlightenment. You know what they are. I do. So let me help you out with that. And I'm in the book this time, another one of my books called The Glorious Light of Meditation. Remember, and my only issue with my Christian family is I don't invoke the concept of meditating, but let's need to hear that. That's the part that I bring with me to the table. But you got 5 steps of enlightenment. Okay. First of all, what's enlightenment? Good question. Let me answer that for you right quick. Enlightenment is the ultimate discovery of life, not just information, life. Who am I? That's the question that the enlightenment will answer. Why am I here? Enlightenment will answer that. And what can I do to experience what? Glory, peace, contentment, joy, and end all be all, immortality where? In life and the hereafter. If you believe in the hereafter, then you should do the things you need to do to make it to the hereafter. Because if you believe in it, you know some things that you got to do to make it there. Just like heaven and hell. Same concept. Okay? So, right now, what are the 5 steps to enlightenment? In the ancient Egyptian scripture of Hatharu and Tahuti, we have 5 principles that were set forth by the ancient Egyptian sages. These principles are designed to what? To lead all human beings to spiritual enlightenment. My whole mission is to enlighten all those who want to know themselves. That's why I do what I do. It's for you. So let me help you out with that because, and they are. First one, the number one problem with becoming enlightened, knowledge is the first step to, okay, here you go. The number one problem is, first of all, ignorance. That's number one. I'm going to break down 5 examples of ignorance. Starting with ignorance is the number one problem of becoming enlightened. Knowledge is the first step to enlightenment. You have to become taught. Somebody have to teach you and give you information that you can download, you listen, you reflect, and the last part is meditate. So understand that. Ignorance, again, means what? Okay, we define enlightenment. Let's know what ignorance. Ignorance means not to know, not knowing. Don't mean you're dumb or stupid. No, just mean you don't know something. So at one point in time, we're all ignorant of something, mostly ourselves. So the goal is to what? Know thyself. To know everything in the world and not know yourself is a waste of your time. So the first thing you should do and first thing you should want to have is knowledge of self. So ignorant means just not knowing without self-knowledge, aka you don't know you. That's okay. But that's what we got people like myself who teach others to know themselves. That's my motto, that's my goal, that's my intent. Okay? So ignorance is like a disease. It starts from within. It didn't come out here. It starts within you. Your ignorance, and guess what? Guess what? Ignorance is like a disease. And what you have to do with disease? Be cured of it. What's the cure for ignorance? Knowledge. Mm-hmm. Equal opposites. You can be just as ignorant as you want, or you can just be in a much enlightened with knowledge and understanding as you want. Your choice. Okay. Now, knowledge of self is the cure for ignorance of self. How about that? That's make it really plain and simple. You want to continue to be ignorant? Continue to do what you're doing. You want to get knowledge and understanding? Check your boy out. That's what I'm saying. Ignorance is not normal. Well, I good. Okay, you want to call recycle, reincarnation. Why? It will keep you sinning. Sinning is not, it's doing the opposite of God, doing the wrong thing, but it really means to miss the mark. If you don't understand or you don't know you are a sinner because you what miss the mark of who you are. That's the bullseye in life. And sinning in life because what? You miss the mark. Misunderstand, misinterpret, whatever you want to call it, but you're missing. Ignorance is the way to what? Stay in the hellish state of mind, which is reincarnating here in the physical body. Come back and come back. Why? Because you're just going through the motions. You just do the same thing. That's the concept. Waking up, becoming knowledge, gaining knowledge of self. That's how you go to the afterlife. That's how you reach immortality. Just saying. Knowledge will take you to where? Heaven. Conceptually, I say the afterlife. Y'all like to say heaven. Whatever, make a difference to me. But it takes something to get there to make a difference what you call it. Next one, number 2, spiritual perception, aka sage, master teacher, whatever you want to call it. But that's what you need. Why? Because if you're ignorant, that means you don't know. Next step is to get somebody to what? Teach you. That's what I do. That's what I come in at. Okay, this is my job. Now, we in my neighborhood. I was ignorant until what? I decided I wanted to know myself, or AKA just the truth about life. I'm trying this, I tried that, I'm bouncing over, and nothing satisfying me, and nothing really feeding my hunger. I was still desiring, I was still craving for knowledge. So I went to Egypt. I found me a spiritual preceptor. My first teacher was Dr. Ben. Okay, Dr. Yusuf Ben Yakinen. Back then, he's called affectionately, we call him Dr. Ben. And then I got a hold of my man, John Henry Clark. We call him the master teacher. Then I got a few others. I don't like to drop names, but I learned from these guys. Okay, that was over 40 years, going on 40 now. Wow. Okay, but yeah, I took care. Step number 2, I found me a teacher. But more important, this was important. When I was a student, I put my study time in. A lot of students claim to be students because but I put the work in. Okay, I employed. More important, after I got the lesson, I put them to use. I employed them to see, do it really work. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've been serving my higher self for a while now, and ain't nothing like that. But everybody got a different perspective and understanding. But I'm just telling you, these are the things that you need to gain knowledge of self. Somebody got to instruct you. You need a teacher. When I was a student, excuse me. Now, I got good when? After I started living the lessons that I was learning. That's the key right there. I hear a lot of people talking good stuff, and I around people seeing it, but what I didn't see was them living it. I was living it. And I started seeing for myself, oh, that Cain and Abel. Why? One who put the work in, he getting benefits. The one who's BSing, he ain't, and he wonder why. That's still going on to this day. Okay, so I got that point. I became able. Why? Doing God's work and being on top of my game and giving them my best effort. If you're gonna do anything, put your best effort. That's all I'm saying. Don't have nothing. I hate people do halfway jobs. And I live my lessons when daily, for how long? Years. I put the practice in until I became what? A master of moi. That's the work that I put in to reach that level. So, and if you don't want to put that work in, you're never gonna reach that level. But you can learn and get understanding and dip and dab. But that ain't gonna never get you to the next level. Moving on. As a master, teacher, aka sage, spiritual preceptor, I bring you from the ignorant state of not knowing yourself to the enlightened state of self-knowledge. That's what I do for you. Get the concept? I hope you do. Now you understand why I do what I do. It's all for you to help you know you. Let's go. Learning the wisdom of self-knowledge. That's step number 3. You can read all the books you want. You can listen to all the lectures you want. But if you ain't putting in the work, it's a waste of your time. When you live righteous, when daily, what happened? You will have acquired the wisdom and experience for yourself through what? Doing it yourself. Let me tell you about it. Ain't gonna get you there. You got to do it. Now you know for yourself. My wisdom came from not reading the books, but from living and experience what I learned from the books. I still carry books. Why? That's what information. So now I'm 4 books deep on my on my desk, okay? And I'm using my stuff. I ain't even using the book right now, but that's what teaching all about. I have information that I like to get out to you. That's all. Okay, let's go where I'm at. Sorry about that. Now, practicing my right thinking philosophy daily will give you the wisdom you need to get from what? Living right daily. It'll become yours. It ain't what I say, it's what you do with what I say. Self-knowledge, not my knowledge, not no, yours. Meaning you getting it for yourself, you experiencing it for yourself, you using it for yourself, and once you get that, then you can give it to others. Stop giving people advice that you don't use. That's the first thing. Because what happens is you look hypocritical to the person. You tell them you should do this, you should do that, and then they see you ain't doing it. Get my point? So self-knowledge means acquire it for yourself first is the best knowledge to have. Why? You don't need a college degree for that. Just righteous living. Pay attention, understand, and learn and live. You ain't got to be a doctor so-and-so to know yourself. Moving on. But the key is if you learn and then you live by the spiritual truth that you learn, that's spiritual enlightenment, aka, and that's what will happen when you do the things that I gave you to do and I put out here for you. And all you gotta do is do it, and you'll see for yourself. That's the name of my game. Where we at now? If you practice, that's number 3. Number 4, my last 2 are my favorite. Okay, when you living and experiencing, you gaining wisdom and knowledge of self. So that's how self-knowledge is better than anything else. Why you learn the best teacher's experience. Number 4, Maya. You see me do this because this is me showing you the balance in the scales. When I hear anybody in life who have success and have gained and did something positive, they all say they found balance. They got the balance. That's what they say in Maya. So I have no problem with that. Okay, let me explain Maya to you. That's the 4th one. Practicing Maya, aka right thinking philosophy daily, changed my life. That's what I owe everything I got to the Maya philosophy. Yep. Still get choked up. Why? I remember when I didn't have it. Let's go. I can tell you, practicing my philosophy changed my life. Why? For the better. How? it gave me something to do that I can manifest for myself. That the years of practice, putting in the time, something happened. It happened for you too. Daily practice of right thinking or my out philosophy became a way of life for me. And it can be for you once you live it and make it part of your lifestyle. Because everything they tell you, when you gotta do it daily. So it becomes a way of life. Right thinking philosophy ain't something you do on Sunday or Wednesday. No, every day. Right thinking philosophy is a way of life. So it ain't a religion. It's something you can live with. So you can use my right thinking philosophy to what? Gain self mastery. I did it. That's why I teach it. Why? I'm gonna give you what I know. I'm gonna teach you what I know. And right thinking philosophy is based on what I learned and what I experienced and what I know. Trust me on that one. So I don't have to sit here and play it up. No, I do none of that. Show and tell. If you have, excuse me, you know, watch this. When you got something good, okay, you know, when I was back in my day, I had a spot, 18 for Avon. Everybody knew about the spot, but everybody else had spots. There was other spots, 15. Everybody was doing their thing back then. Okay, I just had to come on the market. But my personal philosophy was, you got something good, you don't have to dress it up. You ain't got to, none of that. No, no. Just be ready. Why? Because they're gonna come. If you got the goods, they'll come and get it. That's why my channel, my platform here, blow it up. Why? I ain't going nowhere. I'll be right here. I'm not gonna get the bullhorn. I'm not gonna ride the. I'm not. No, no, no. I'm right here. Let's go. Now, if you have, watch this. You have the goods. Well, I just tell you, they will come. Some days a few, some days a lot. Don't make a difference to me. It's still good. And when you come, you'll find out it's still good. If you ain't been here in the 2 months, 3 months, it's still good. Trust me. I got a brother been rolling with me for 5 years. He said he done dropped off a few people. Why? They got funny, they got successful, they got comfortable. They ain't grinding no more. My goal is to enlighten all those that I can on a day-to-day basis. Moving on. Let's go. I ain't got no whole bunch of stuff. I don't need a whole bunch of stuff. I'm satisfied with a little bit. Trust me. If you have the goods, and right thinking philosophy to me is my goods. They will come and get them. Why? Because they want what's good. And if it's good, they'll come and get it. Bandwagon just keep getting heavier. So that means they come. Moving on and wrap this up again. I appreciate you tuning in. Why? This is what I do for you. The more tune in, the more people, the more views I see, the more people tune in and getting the message. Let's go. Last one, number 5. This is the end all be all. This is the icing on the cake, so to speak. Meditation. If you're not meditating, if you don't know how to meditate, stop. That's the communication. That's the communication key to God. Why? Because when you're in prayer mode, you're asking, you're doing the talking. I'm a prayer, I'm a warrior. Okay. But I know when you're in meditation, that's my area. That's God talking to you. If you can have a conversation with God, you good to go. If you can't make that connection to God for yourself, you got some work to do. Tune in. I can help you with that. But let's talk about meditation so I can wrap this lesson up. Hope you got it. The 5th and the final part to enlightenment is the meditation. Let me tell you why. The final step to spiritual enlightenment, aka reaching Nihas, is daily meditation. Remember that word daily. Everything that we present is done daily. Meditation is how you open my third eye. Okay, this guy right here, they call it the third eye, the pineal gland. That little thing, once you understand how to use it, remember it sits between both hemispheres of the brain. Some of us use our left side, some use the right side. Very few of us know how to balance it out. Why? Now you're dealing with the pineal gland. That's where you want to be. Why? The pineal gland is not judgmental. Another lesson, but that's where you want to, that's the center, that's the decision maker. And if you get good at making decisions, you'll be snapped. Why? Because you know right from wrong, your discernment is on. Another lesson, sorry about that. Get back to meditation. You're talking to your higher self. You're communing with God. And the only way that can happen is the third eye is open and the pineal gland is activated. Other than that, you just spinning your wheels. If your pineal gland is calcified, meaning it ain't open, ain't seeing nothing, you ain't seeing nothing. You ain't communicating with nobody. Like a bad radio. Can't find the frequency. Can't get the right. That's the vibration that you got to have inside your head. Conceptually, memory, energy, frequency, and vibration. Let's go. And always based around meditation. Right? It's all up here. I know again, watch this, for myself, I keep saying that, my daily meditation routine changed my life spiritually. I was never spiritual. I don't know about no spirit. But once I got in touch with my higher self, it all made sense. Now I'm spiritual. I'm just saying. I pray. I ain't never used to pray. Again, these are the things that I didn't care for. I was ignorant of all this. I didn't know nothing about this. So I'm just letting you know. I pray every day and I meditate along with that. I start out that way every day. The last 10 years are better now. Last one. Excuse me. And praying is cool. I know it works. I know it's got a pastor who does good at that. That's not my thing. I'm an eternal prayer. I got a communication with God. So if I'm praying for you, I'm praying straight to Him. You ain't got to hear a word I say. It ain't that for you. Again, you understand that? We be good. Thinking you can have me say words because I'm a good speaker or a good teacher don't mean I'm a good prayer. I don't pray out loud. Last one. Prayers without meditation is like, again, prayer without no deeds, without no action is useless. If you praying and you ain't meditating, that's only half the equation. It's going up, there ain't nothing coming back. Why? Who's it going to? Where's it going? Meditation is not praying without meditation is not going to work. Why? Perfect. Praying, you're talking to God, and we all can do that. Meditation is God talking to you. Everybody don't and can't do that. I'm trying to get you to understand that when you put that on your agenda, that way you can have your own one-on-one with your higher self, aka God. That's the 5 ways of reaching enlightenment. And you can master each one of them. You fulfill each one of them. You're spiritually enlightened, just like me. That's how I got it. I'm giving it to you the way I got it. I hope you enjoyed it. Use it. I got more. I'll be back.